Your WavyOcho, I'm gonna react to what happened to Jesse McCartney.
Post 90s teen pop and pre Justin Bieber, there was a very narrow lane for thriving teen pop acts. It wouldn't be until the late 2000s that the likes of Bieber and Miley landed in the pop scene full throttle. In the early 2000s, just as 90s teen pop acts such as Britney, Christina, and Justin were turning into bona fide young adult stars,
I don't remember Justin Timberlake, Britney Spears. I don't remember the middle one. The middle girl. I don't know. Forgot the middle girl's name.
the popularity of teen pop had waned, which made Jesse McCartney somewhat of an anomaly for his time period. Too late for the 90s wave and too soon for Bieber fever. He was sandwiched into a transitional period. However, his origin story is an all too familiar one. Jesse actually got his start in a 90s boy band named Dream Street, who to say the least had modest success at best. They were no NSYNC or Backstreet, but much like the boy bands of that era, they were involved in a messy legal battle, which quickly disbanded the group in 2002. It left Jesse as a solo act, an avenue he always intended to take. He was signed to Hollywood Records, which would become a label notorious for housing teen pop acts.
Oh, he appeared in Hannah Montana. Show Hannah Montana, bro. What is your favorite episode of Hannah Montana? You guys, let me know. Cause I used to watch Hannah Montana when I was like a kid and shit. Do they still even air on TV? I don't think Hannah Montana air on TV.
Primarily the ones that appeared on Disney Channel. The work process resulted in his debut single, Beautiful Soul, which landed at number 16 in both the US and the UK. It's a pretty standard pop number, nothing extremely engaging about it, but it has a solid melody. It's arguably the song that McCartney is best known for, and helped him easily assimilate into the teen heartthrob model. Jesse's other singles from the album, She's No You, Get Your Shine On, and Because You Live, received further promotion through Disney Channel shows or movies, from Hannah Montana to Kim Possible to The Princess Diaries. His songs became a go-to for Disney soundtracks. There was clearly a big push to make him known amongst younger audiences, and it paid off for his debut album, which eventually sold over 1 million copies in the States, landing a platinum certification. A strong start that wasn't able to be sustained. Jesse's second album, titled Right Where You Want Me, was released in 2006. The title track sounding like it was made to compete in a world where Justin Timberlake was ruling the charts. But the album and song did far less commercially than Jesse's debut record, and it had his team openly complaining about the lack of support from his label. His second single from the album was never released. A sophomore slump from a teen act mostly never ends well for a career in the long run. But some other doors opened up for Jesse as he was working on his third album. He co-wrote the Leona Lewis smash breakthrough hit Bleeding Love, which was actually intended to be on his album, but Jesse's label didn't like the song. And the song eventually found its way to Simon Cowell, and he secured it for Leona Lewis's debut album, and the rest is history. Bleeding Love is forever etched into 2000s popular culture, becoming one of the most successful and inescapable songs of the decade. Leona's vocal delivery and changes in the key.
Leona Lewis. Is that Leona Lewis? Cause I haven't heard of her in a minute, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't heard of her in a minute.
Make a world of a difference. Jesse's version is simply not very good. It sounds like every other run-of-the-mill youth pop song of its time. Leona adds a certain grandiosity and sincere melodrama that only a voice like hers can deliver. So in the end, the song definitely went to the right person, and Jesse McCartney reaped the benefits of writing the pop juggernaut, with the song itself going on to win numerous awards, including an ASCAP award for songwriting. While Bleeding Love was storming the charts, Jesse McCartney released his third album, Departure, in 2008, the title being an ode to his change in sonic direction in the album, which was much more R&B pop driven than his previous work. His lead single Leavin' landed in the top 10, and it definitely sounds like something made to compete with acts like Usher and Justin Timberlake during that time, and he doesn't do a terrible job with it. It's competent, and it was at least a bit more risque and mature than his earlier work. Although he achieved his biggest chart hit during this time, it didn't result in runaway success for the album itself. His fourth album, Have It All, was repeatedly delayed, and eventually went unreleased due to label politics. His show Lock and Key, that was supposed to coincide with his fourth album, was also cancelled. He parted ways with Hollywood Records after the misfortune of his fourth record. He went independent and released his fifth album titled In Technicolor in 2014. And he's continued to do music and dabble in acting, starring in Alvin and the Chipmunks. In 2020, he reunited with his group Dream Street after fellow member Chris Trousdale passed away during the pandemic. And in 2021, he independently released yet another album. I do wonder if Jesse's career would have been more stable if he was given a show on Disney like a lot of his peers. He guest starred in a lot of Disney shows, and his music was featured in a lot of Disney shows and movies. His entire packaging at the beginning of his career just seemed to scream Disney star. And the most successful acts to come by alignment with Disney Channel are usually the ones with their own show. Other Disney-aligned stars like Ali and AJ made complaints about Hollywood Records and the mishandling of their careers as well. And now all of them are independent artists.
Okay, that's the video. So yeah, bro. Like, what is your guys' favorite? If you guys like ever listen to Justin McCartney songs, what is your favorite song of his? Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the vibe. We're just checking out you are.